Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'd like to take a moment to talk about loadouts. It doesn't matter if you're a new player, a returning player, or like me, an absolute tryhard, I've got something for you in this video. Now, before we get into the classes, I'd like to ask you a huge favour. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, it would help me out tremendously. With all that said and done, let's get into the classes. Class number 1, the M4A1. Now, don't think for a second you're too good for the M4. The M4 is an incredibly reliable weapon. If you're a returning player and you already have the M4 leveled up, this has my highest recommendation. Here is the M4 build. Now, it might not look like anything special, but it's been put together in a way that allows it to cover you at close and medium range. Now, because this class has been put together with returning players in mind, the next part might seem a little bit alienating. However, I do thoroughly enjoy the blue dot, so if you have this unlocked, I strongly recommend using it. However, if you haven't and you value your free time, I would steer clear of this, as the standard reticle isn't bad enough to warrant spending a few hours unlocking this. Class number 9. Now, I'm not really sure what to say about this one. I put this together for the free loadout drop at the start of Circle 5, on the off chance that I die relatively close to endgame. My thought process was, get an SMG that can do reasonable range with limited recoil, and then run a sidearm of a pistol that only has one attachment, which is the perk fully loaded. What this results in is you coming back from the gulag and getting a gun with maxed out ammo right off the rip. Because I've had a very wide variety of experiences doing this, I don't truly know whether I recommend it or not, but I wanted to put the idea out there so that if anyone wants to try it, feel free. As mentioned earlier, this is the pistol that I run fully loaded on. Class number 8, the Kar 98. We all get urges to snipe, but I wouldn't recommend just picking this class up on its own, because if you're caught with just a sniper, you're gonna get shafted. This class exists exclusively to pick up in the later loadouts, for when you've already got one gun and you just want to get ghost or a sniper, or both. As you can see, it's an incredibly standard Kar 98 build. I'm sure there are much better reticles than this, but I don't have them all unlocked, and this is the one that I use. Class number 7. Honestly, this is the gun that I recommend to all new players. If you don't have the AMAX leveled up at this point, I would try and make it your priority. This is one of the most fun, versatile guns in the game right now. I can honestly say that I can take no credit for this build. I saw JGod make a video on this gun a while back, and I haven't changed the build since. Just to sprinkle a little more hype on this class, if you told me I could only pick up one gun in the match, this would be my go-to. Class number 6, the MP5. More specifically, the Super Mega Hipfire Accuracy build. If you run this build on your MP5, you might find yourself never ADSing in buildings again. Honestly, this might be my favourite SMG in the game. Class number 5, the AMAX and the MP5. Now, you already know great things can come of this. Two of my absolute favourite guns in one class. You will only make one adjustment to this class from your original AMAX, and that is adding the VLK optic, because for some unknown reason it will reduce the recoil on the gun. I know, even I don't understand. Class number 4. Now, we're moving into the tryhard section of my guns, and what's more tryhard than the MAC-10? I must confess, I'm not even entirely sure why I like the MAC-10. I prefer the look and the feel of the MP5, but something just keeps bringing me back to this gun. This MAC-10 build has relatively low recoil. Class number 3, which is basically just a concoction of the MAC class with the Kar 98 class. Not particularly exciting, however, I do feel like snipers are currently running the Warzone meta, and I'm not a very good sniper, so I've had to take some time to put it on some of my classes in an effort to get better. Class number 9, the FFAR. I honestly believe that this gun is the best gun in the entire game. It hits like an absolute truck, but I can't recommend this for everybody because the recoil on some occasions feels absolutely obscene. This is the build that I use. It's put together in an effort to reduce the recoil as much as humanly possible. But even with this, I am incredibly hesitant to take fights that are further in range. And just like that, we're on class number 1. Is a concoction of the FFAR class merged with the Kar 98 class. And there we have it. These are my 10 loadouts. Is there anything that I'm missing or anything that you think I should try? If there is, leave the gun name in the comment section down below. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.